A mother received the news that her daughter was about to get married, and upon hearing this, she jumped off a cliff, weeping. She feared that love might bring suffering to her beloved daughter. This princess was no less troubled. She went to pick up a hat and fell into the river, and when an innocent boy knelt down and asked for her hand in marriage, she happily agreed. But don't you remember that it wasn't the prince who woke you when you were asleep? It was your godmother, Malinficent, who had once suffered greatly at the hands of a man, tracked him down and expressed her unspoken displeasure. But when she saw the innocent hope in her daughter's eyes, her heart melted. She silently granted permission, but the princess took a turn for the worse. Now she wanted Malinficent to meet the boy's parents. Malinficent, who hated humans, was defeated once again. For her daughter's happiness, she went to the riverbank and practiced smiling. Only then did she smile. But the day someone clipped her wings, her smile vanished. The princess brought a scarf and said, "Mother, hide your horns. Don't embarrass yourself." Malin Fin, the queen of the entire forest, who was always a source of fear for everyone, had surrendered to a mother's love. She took her crow and led the love-struck princess into the banquet hall. She barely stretched her hair and greeted her. The world knows magical creatures fear iron, and everything at that feast was made of iron. This was clearly a plot to humiliate Malin Fin, and even more insulting, bird meat in the food. Even though everyone knew she was the queen of the forest, the queen just smiled and poked her. Malin Fin's anger boiled over, but then the princess took her hand. Seeing the pleading look in her daughter's eyes, she restrained herself once more. Just then a cat pounced on Malin Fin. She picked the cat up on her finger and warned the queen. The queen shouted back, "It's threatening me." The princess told her mother, "Let go of the cat." Malinficent swallowed her anger once again. Everyone raised their glasses, but there was no glass in front of Malinficent. Then the queen said what shouldn't have been said. "Malin Fin has raised this girl against her nature. Today I will make her my daughter. I will give her the love of a real mother." And this time Malinficent burst out. All the pent-up anger came pouring out in front of everyone at her daughter's engagement party. The soldiers attacked and were wiped out in a flash, but the princess blamed her mother in front of everyone. Malinficent was heartbroken. Then the king suddenly fell unconscious, and this was the second step of the queen's plan. Malinficent told the princess, "Let's go home." But the princess believed the queen. She thought her mother had cast a spell on the king. Malinficent swore, "I didn't cast any spell," but the daughter refused. She expressed her hatred for her mother and stood with the queen. Malinficent's eyes filled with tears at this cruel betrayal. She, once the most powerful queen of this entire forest, left with a broken heart. As she broke through the palace's glass and emerged, the third step of the queen's plot had begun. The queen's assassin was standing ready on the roof. She had set a special iron ball in the cannon. Malinficent, drowned in grief, had no idea. The trigger was pulled, and the iron ball pierced her body, and she fell into the river. The waves swept her away through the waterfall straight into the ocean. Malinficent sank into the depths of the ocean. Whether she was alive or not, no one knew. This was the first part of this story. In the second part, we'll see if Malinficent will return, will the princess realize her mistake, and what is the queen's true plot.